Welcome back to Superstar Glam. Today's video is a Sephora haul. I try out all the products that are currently on sale at Sephora right now. If you haven't yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click the little button down below, subscribe. While you're there, also click the little notification bell, that way you're alerted every time I upload a video. If you're interested in my Sephora haul, then just keep watching. Okay, so we're going to start off with the products that I purchased from Sephora. Okay, one of the items that I picked up is this Olay Henriksen Glow Strong. It's a mini moisturizer and eye cream duo. I've already moisturized my face, so I'm going to go in with the little eye cream, which is also a brightener. I know I've tried this in the past and I really do enjoy it. And although I don't think that an eye cream actually makes a big difference, it does help because, at least for me, I moisturize everything else and I almost always neglect the under eyes. So this is a good way to remember to moisturize, and it also helps to brighten. I don't think that this time around I picked up a primer, so I'm actually going to prime with something that I do have, and it's something that you can always pick up during the Sephora sale. This one's the Tatcha the Silk Canvas. I have the small size, but they do have the full size. So I only picked up one foundation this time around, and it's the Makeup by Mario. I had yet to try it, the Surreal foundation. And I picked mine up in the shade 11N. I'm going to apply 2.5 pumps to the back of my hand. It does look like it might be a little light, but it's okay. We'll make it work. I want to go in with a foundation brush just so that I can have the maximum coverage. Oh yeah, this is really light. It's light, but unless it was full coverage, it wouldn't work for me. But because it almost kind of like shears out, it doesn't look bad. I could just darken it with a bronzer. On camera it'll probably look like it's a little too light, but it's actually not. In person it's not such a big difference. I'm going over it with a damp sponge. Yeah, it's not so bad because it does shear out, so it's not like fully heavy coverage. But I could tell you now, I love how my skin looks. It does a really good job of giving me enough coverage without looking too heavy on the skin. I have a lot of contour sticks. Well, 3. I picked up the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. And in my previous haul video from Ulta, you notice that I picked up a lot of drugstore wands, and I'm assuming that Charlotte Tilbury is the originator from the contour wand. So I wanted to try it out. I wanted to see and compare and see if there's any dupes out there when it comes to drugstores, but I definitely wanted to give it a try. This one's in a medium deep. This for me is repurchased, but only in a different shade. When I first wanted to pick this up, it's from Makeup by Mario. When I first picked them up is when they had just launched and a lot of the shades were gone. And so I, just because I really wanted, I think I got like the deep shade. Well, this time I got medium, and I'm hoping that this time this is like a different tone and can be a true contour shade for me. But I do love the formula. Like, it blends out really, really nice and seamless. So maybe this time around I'll try a different product. And then I also picked up the Rare Beauty, the Warm Wishes Effortless Bronzer Stick in the shade Good Energy. So I might just use this one as a bronzer, and then since I've already used the Makeup by Mario, I'll use the Charlotte Tilbury one. A little bit that I squeezed went a long way. I don't know, I feel like the shade is very warm, and like, I don't know, like I feel like it's more of a bronzer shade than contour. I'm really, really picky when it comes to contours. If you're gonna be a contour, I prefer it to be cool tone. But I do have to say the formula is really, really nice. Like, it's not, when you blend it out, it stays put. Like, it doesn't smear all over the place. So you can definitely have precision with this formula, with this product. And I guess I'll go over it with the bronzer. Okay, this one definitely feels more like a contour shade. It's definitely way more cool tone than warm. Had I known the shades I was using, I probably would have used the Rare Beauty as a contour and the Charlotte Tilbury as a bronzer. But they do blend out really, really nicely. This Rare Beauty formula, nice. And so is the Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, for concealer, I also went a little crazy. And all of these are new to me. I've never tried these. Some are old and some are new. And primarily, I use concealers for brightening effect. So none of them are going to be my exact shade. I'm always a little bit lighter because I like to brighten the under eye. So I picked up the Kosas, the Revealer Creamy, Super Creamy and Brightening Concealer. When these first came out, they did sell out in my shade, so I was waiting around and I never got to it. But now they sell a mini version of their full size. So I picked this one up. It's in the shade 04N. I also picked up, this one is new, it's from It Cosmetics. It's the Bye Bye Dark Spots Concealer and Serum. It has 2% niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, caffeine, and it says it's buildable, medium coverage, natural finish. And it's interesting, I haven't seen videos on this foundation or this concealer, but it does come with the little brush at the top, and I got it in the shade light neutral. I also picked up the Huda Beauty, the Glowish Bright Light Sheer Concealer. I was interested just because I've been buying a lot of foundations that are more sheer or light coverage versus full coverage. So I felt like I kind of needed something that was a little more lightweight, and I just wanted to try it out. It's 03 Light in the shade. And then this is also not new, but again, wanted to try it out. It's from Rare Beauty. It's a Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer, and I got it in the shade 170W. Super cute packaging. This looks really bright. It's like a frosted glass packaging. Really, really nice packaging. Okay, which one should I try? Okay, since the base I'm using is more lightweight, I'm not going to use this one because I feel like It Cosmetics has more of like full coverage. And this one, because it's newer and it is meant to be more of a sheer coverage, I feel like it's adequate. So I'll just try this one, the Glowish by Huda Beauty. And I'm going to go in with a concealer brush. Okay, so far so good. I'm really loving applying it with a brush. It gives me a really nice coverage and it looks really, really hydrating under the eye. Just interesting formula because it's giving me coverage, but it just lays and sinks into the skin really, really nicely. It's like it almost disappears on the skin, but I still see the brightening that it's giving me. I'm taking a little bit on the sponge just to go over it. Okay, so far loving everything I'm wearing. For cheek products, I have two. I picked up the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand. It's a mouthful. It's in the shade Pillow Talk Pink Pop. And then I also picked up this one. It's the Danessa Myricks Beauty. Lately I've been loving all the products that I have been trying out from this brand. This is the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Flushed. That's what it's called. I got it in the shade Golden Hour. This shade, I feel like, although it's a very very loud. I think that I am going to love it during the summer. This is what I typically tend to go for, something very like orangey, peachy tone during the summer. So I'm going to skip this one today, even though I really wanted to try it out. And instead I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury one, because this is more of like the pinky tone. I'm going to tap it on and blend it out with a brush. And this is like a dual fiber brush from Tarte. Okay, love. I want this to pop just a tiny bit, so I'm gonna go over it again. So far I'm liking this only because I feel like it gives you, instead of giving you a blob of like so much pigment, you have control to play with and add more as you go. I'm gonna go back with the brush that I use for the concealer and just blending out those edges. For powders, I got two, but they're from the same brand. The Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. This one has been sold out for a really long time. I wanted to try it. It's the Cherry Blossom shade. And then this one I got in Pound Cake, but this one they sell it in a mini version, so I ended up getting that. But I think I'm gonna try the Cherry Blossom one just to see what the hype is all about, because like I said, I've been seeing it all over social media. I'm gonna use one of these puffers to set it, and then just make sure everything is blended out and I don't have no creasing. Okay, what do we think? Does it brighten? This is the powdered and this is the non-powdered. I'm not sure, but I could tell you that the formula, the powder, is really, really nice. It's very lightweight, nicely milled, very nice formula. It doesn't even look heavy under the eye, which usually when I set under the eye, it just looks very dry. But it could also be that I have moisturized. So I'm definitely going to have to try this out a bit longer to see if it's the powder. But I could tell you now, it's just super nice and velvety. Maybe I'll try the shade Pound Cake and I will chisel out the cheeks with that. It's super cute packaging. Ooh, this is cute. Comes with the little sponge. Okay. I'm not gonna use the sponge. I want to use my puffer. I think I need something else, like another surface, to pour this in because it doesn't come out. So in order for me to be able to bake with this, I have to pour it onto another surface and then pick it up in that way. It's very heavily scented. So if you're sensitive to scent, you probably wouldn't like this. So I typically don't use brow products or really buy brow products because I tend to love drugstore. But I've had this in like my wish list, and I was just like, well, if I'm gonna buy it, I should get it while it's on sale. So I ended up getting it. It's the Urban Decay Brow Blade. It's a waterproof pencil and ink stain. I didn't know that it was double-sided and that you can use it. Basically, it's two products in one. I had no idea. So I'm actually happy about that. Now, I did buy a palette, but it hasn't arrived yet. And I didn't want to wait around for that to arrive. Not sure when it's coming. I know there's delays because of this whole sale thing. So I didn't want to delay this video any longer. Pound Cake is definitely a really good shade if you were trying to brighten, at least for me. Okay, so let's do the pencil. So I'm going to do my eyeshadow, but I'm going to use just something else that I have. Okay, I love how fast that went on. I'll probably review the Dominique Cosmetics palette later on. Okay, really love this pencil. I didn't want to love it, to be honest with you. I have like really difficult skin like on my brows for some reason, and I have a hard time working with products because they don't want to stick like in certain areas where I'm missing hair. But this one is just going on and gliding like there's no problems. It's really good. And that actually was like no work whatsoever. The shade I got is Cool Cookie medium ash brown. Okay, now I'm gonna use the brow tint. Okay, I love this product. When I sweat, I don't know if anybody else gets this, but when I sweat, my eyebrows sweat. So I have a really hard time having products stick there because my eyebrows are always sweating. Or at least it's the first thing to sweat when I do sweat. I don't do my eyebrows on camera because I struggle, but I could tell you now, this is super easy. The shade is perfect. I really, really love this. The next thing I got, which I also heard really good things about, is the Patrick Ta Major Brow Lamination Gel. But I also picked it up in a mini version. I've heard really good things about this, and that's in another thing. My brows just do not cooperate. The only product that I have found that it works is the Anastasia Brow Freeze product. But I think that it also, I just don't, I probably don't know how to work it. But I'm hoping this one works and makes my brows cooperate. Like right here at the, what is it, the corner is where I usually have a hard time and they don't cooperate. Okay, it works. It's literally brushing my hair in place. Wow. Like, I don't have a problem in this inner portion, but here in the outer portion, nothing sticks. And I think the brow freeze just gets a little clumpy and like it almost starts turning a little white. Man, I didn't want to love these products. Okay, one last thing that I could try is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Again, another product that I've been hearing nothing but good things. So I finally decided to buy the mini version of this. So I'm gonna go finish the eyes off camera and then I'll come back so I can finish sharing with you my haul. Okay, the eyes are actually drugstore, so don't mind that. But I did order a lip product. It's one of the new lip oils from Rare Beauty, but that did not come in my order. It was delayed, so I will be getting it in like a few days. So that was the only lip product that I had purchased. But instead, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is Very Victoria. I really do love the formula of these lipsticks. If you are in the market for a nice, comfortable satin finish lipstick, Charlotte Tilbury has really good formulas, as well as Sephora. Sephora has really good formula of lipsticks, and right now they are 30% off anything from Sephora. So I have this one. It's like a peachy nude, number 73. So that completes my face. So everything that I tried on today, I really did love. Like, my skin looks so good in person. Everything blended out so seamless, so nicely. The only other thing that I did not pick up this time around was any powder bronzers. So I didn't have any of that. So I just set whatever was left with the setting powders. I'm not I'm gonna have to play with the Cherry Blossom shade, but I don't know that it's as brightening as people say, and maybe it's in my skin tone. Maybe it doesn't work with my skin tone. I've repurchased the Shiseido facial cottons. I'm always buying these. I take advantage of every sale to repurchase these, and I'm usually pretty set for the year. This is also a repurchase from the Inkey list. It's a retinol serum. It's okay for the price. It's definitely okay. I think it's like $12.99 for this little thing, so it actually works decent, but anything stronger you would definitely have to invest more. But for now, I love just the convenience of it and how affordable it is. Ooh, you know what? I forgot I bought this, and it's been a while since I've purchased a highlighter, so I'm excited for this. It's actually the Rare Beauty Positive Light Silky Touch highlighter. They were sold out in a shade I wanted, and this one is the shade Mesmerize. I can't believe that I almost forgot to use this highlighter from Rare Beauty. They were sold out in the champagne color. So let's try this out. I did not add any highlight. Okay, this is really pretty. I love this formula. Some of my all-time favorite highlighters have this exact formula where it just looks very creamy. I think I added a little too much. Just gonna go over it with the sponge. Just gives that wet look. Now that I'm looking closer, I love the shade of that Charlotte Tilbury blush. It's like it gave the right amount, and again, I also love the idea that that's almost like buildable. You don't have to worry about adding too much product. I understand now why this has been selling out like crazy. This is a really nice, beautiful formula. It just lays so nicely, and it does not look powdery at all. The only other product that I mentioned that I have not received is the lip product. It's the lip oil. I will insert a picture here. It's a soft pinch tinted lip oil. I got it in the color Joy. Then I have a separate order, and that one includes, it's the Dominique Cosmetics, the Essential Eyeshadow Palette. And then I also purchased the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, the Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Powder Foundation. I've heard nothing but good things about it. And then I wanted to try the Huda Beauty Full Filter Luminous Matte Buildable Coverage Crease Proof Concealer. It's a mouthful. Coconut Flakes is the shade. I've also heard nothing but great things about the One Size Turn Up the Base Versatile Powder Foundation. There's a Sephora Favorites Clean Me Up Beauty set. That one has, I think, 2 full-size products, but I've heard good things about that Tower Beauty mascara, and I think that's the one that's one of the full-size products. And then also I wanted to get the Natasha Denona Mini Nude Eyeshadow Kit. I just love eyeshadow palettes from Natasha Denona, and this one it's like a convenient travel size with all neutral neutral shades, so I definitely wanted to get that. And that's about it. We have until the 24th to make our purchases. I am on the rouge tier, so I do get 20% off. So I definitely want to take advantage of the sale right now and get everything that I need to get. There's also the tier for VIB. You get 15% off. And then the insiders get 10% off. So anything is better than nothing. So I definitely would take advantage of all of your luxury brands right now. All the products that you want to stock up on, your favorites, your holy grail products, I would definitely take advantage of that. But anyways, I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that was helpful in making any purchase decisions. Let me know if there's anything that you would like for me to do a review or thorough review on. I would definitely do that for you. Other than that, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next time. Bye.